How you going there, fellas? Guess what we got here? Trevs cooking class. How's that one? So what we're doing here is cooking steak and chips. So I've made up a bit of a gravy, an onion garlic gravy, pretty basic, a few spices. Got the oil ready to go for the potatoes. We're using the hot oil for the potatoes, get a crispy thing. We've boiled them first. And I'm going to do this for someone else next time, but I'm doing it on my own today. I'm on my own, on my pat. And here we go. I'm going to get these over to that oil. We'll drop them in. And you be careful when you're putting them in, you know, don't get burnt. It's just hot enough. I'm rushing a little bit, getting hungry. As long as they're bubbling, we're happy. Alright, now this is ready to go. Now we've got the steaks here. I've quickly marinated the steaks. I think I'll take this one here. And I've got that stinking hot. And that's how you got to cook a steak. It's got to be red hot. What I like to do is do it a cross cut. So you get the lines one way and then you got them the other way. Whip the fan on for a second. And give the gravy a stir. They've got some boiled veg there as well. I've got that already. So, got a plate. We've got the boiled veg over here. So that's just been steamed with the potatoes. Not for long, just cooked. This is going well. Now this, I don't know what you reckon, but I like to do this. Just cross cut it that way now. I'll get a cross cook. Potatoes, I like to give them a bit of a stir. I don't like this pot, but it's doing the job at the moment. It's the fry pot at the moment. One of the fry pans. Use any to make a gravy. Bit of onion. Pretty simple. Probably a bit more flour to thicken it up, but I prefer not so much flour, so I'm not going to do that. Now one of my tricks with the steak is to get this really nice, we'll get rid of that one, it can go back in the fridge, is I like cooking the fat. Okay, so we're cooking the fat. How's that looking? A bit overdone? I might turn it down a whisker. This is a new go cooking in a new house. It's always good fun, isn't it? So I like to just cook them on the side a little bit. Get a bit of fat happening, and we'll flop it down and give her a cook off on that side now. Potatoes, they'll take a little bit. I'll scoop them out in a minute into a bowl. Trevs cooking class. You got an egg ready to go here. I'm going to do that in this little pan here with oil really hot, and it won't be far away. Alright, so I need the scooper. Bowl's ready, that's good. So we'll just scoop them out when they're ready to go. Just waiting for them to crisp up a bit. Alright, lovely. Steak's cooking mighty fast. Just keep an eye on that. I'll make sure that gets both sides plenty, and on the sides. Now I have added some sweet chili sauce, which made that blacken up probably a bit more than what it would usually. Just having a quiet red one with this, as you do. Steak, red wine go well together. Look at that, that's cooking really quickly, isn't it? And give that a bit of a cook off on that side. We'll turn that off. I'm going to pull that off in a sec. I can cook on the plate. You got a warm plate, it's always good. Little trick I do is just whack them in the microwave. Give it 28 seconds, one plate, that's plenty. Alright, so we're getting a bit of colour on this. Yeah, lovely. Just spin it around a bit. Give that a stir again. The secret with the food is you just got to serve it all in one big hit. It's got to be all ready at the same time. That's the trick. Alright, so the steak's looking pretty good. I haven't cooked it on either side. It's a good thing to do actually. I don't know if you wash your meat. If you wash your meat, it's probably, you can get away with it, but if you don't wash your meat, you just marinate it. It's good to cook every side of the steak to kill the germs. Just give it a buzz. Any meat, I mean that, especially chicken and pork. You want to do this more than any of them with them, but with steak it's always good to give it a little shh on all the edges. Makes a nice steak too, I reckon. Alright, well this is Trevs steak and chips. Now that's going to just sit there for a couple of seconds while I get the plate. Now that can rest on there now. We can serve our, what we'll do here, we'll get rid of that, we'll move that over there, that'll keep warm, and we'll get this cooking. And we'll do the egg. That's always good fun doing an egg. You know, if you want to do eggs, big trick is, I reckon, is you got to get the oil really hot. Now before you get the oil hot, get the pan hot. Now that's a little trick, then things won't stick to the pan. Yeah, so they reckon. Alright, we're giving it a go, aren't we? So we've got a bit of heat. Heated up the pan, a drop of oil. Now, did a little trick, I don't know, if you go to Thailand, they put fucking shitloads of oil. You seen that when they cook? Shitloads of oil. And yeah, the eggs cook really quick and crispy, which I like. So I'm going to get that really hot. Potatoes are just about happening. Grab my steamed veg, whack that on. It's always good. Bit of health, wealth and wisdom for everyone that's watching. Hope you all achieve it. Now those potatoes are just about ready. The gravy's still going well. It's keeping warm over there. That's a little trick. Put it on that. While that's cooling down, that's turned off. That'll stay hot for ages. Now the potatoes. Alright, it's a bit of a trick. Don't overheat them. They go brown. Burn the suckers. Alright, so they're sort of on the edge. It's almost too hot. Cook it in someone else's house is a bit of a problem, or a new house. You know, these are merely, I don't know if you noticed, probably noticed, very efficient cookware, merely. So I've had to turn that off full bang, and that's not the hottest. You know, I usually cook the chips on the other big one, but it's even hotter. You burn them really quick. So just take it easy a little bit. You go and pull them out a little bit. That's all right. It helps crisp them up a little bit, I reckon. Play with them. Make sure they're perfecto. All right. Some people put the paper down to dry their potatoes. Yes and no. The big no is they reckon that it gets soggy. Alright, so we're not going for the soggy potatoes. So the trick is you pull them out and you drain them properly. Give them a good drain off. Then chuck them in. And the big trick after that is the salt. Got one more over there, get in there. Get all those out in one go. Alright, they're starting to look alright. I'll chuck them in there, turn all that crap off. Oh no, we're not turning that off. We've got to get our egg going. Alright, well the egg's going to go in now. And a good trick is to put your lid back on so you don't have the smell of oil. Give this a bit of a stir. And the steak's been sitting there for a little bit now. That'll be just peekaboo, I reckon. Just ready to go. Need some more wine. Alright, so we'll get this egg on. So, nice and hot oil first, that's the big trick. It's just starting to, here we go, this is a good trick, isn't it? The one-handed egg man I've never been good at. The one-handed finger man. So that's in there. Giving that a good fry up. Now I've seen some chefs do a few tricks with eggs when they're cooking them to get them cooking quicker. They flick the oil onto the top. And I've tried a few different things. I sometimes tip it around and it pours over the top of the egg. You know what I mean? It's doing it there. You know, you gotta just play with it and you get that egg happening real quick, alright? Now see, that's just sealed off over the yolk. That's me, I'm done. That's off and that's coming out, alright? Really need 2 hands for this because I don't want to break the fucking yolk. Anyway, I'm putting you down for a sec. Broke the fucking yolk. Can you believe that? Anyway, it is what it is. Alright, so I've chucked the egg on there because it just went where it went. And we're going to tip a bit of gravy over this muck hole now. I'm going to put it over the veggies as well, so they just sort of heat up that little bit. They've been sitting there too long in my book, 20 seconds. Alright, so that's it. Another good trick, put your lids on your bloody pans, I've already said that, so they don't stink up the kitchen. You can get that stinky fan off. And there's Trevs steak and chips. And where's the chips? Look out. Trevs steak and chips. I'm going to have the chips in there. Now, for this, I'm going to have a bit of mayo and chilli, fresh cut chilli. I've got the hottest chilli in the world here at the sec. Chopped up already in there, ready to go. I need a knife and fork, being steak. Grab one of them. Steak knife. Wine, and then a top up. I'm going to let you know what it tastes like first, I guess, do we? You want to know what it tastes like? Where's the wine? Here it is. Oh. We're down to the... I don't know about you guys overseas, you know, in Australia, we all grew up with these things. The bladder, it's had many names, and it's probably a wicked way to have wine, really. That's at the end of the go. Alright, well, I'm going to just grab a potato, try this first. Very good. Hot. I think that's the biggest trick of all, though, is to make it hot. Alright, that's a steak. Told you it was probably a bit too much sweetness in the marinade, and that'll make it go black quick. So it's only just cooked all around. How do you do this? Hang on one sec. Open this sucker up. I'm going to have a piece out of there. Just let you know how it's gone. A bit of egg as well. Crispy egg. Yum. Yeah, mate, sorry about that, fellas. I had to have a taste. Things are looking good. Now, the steak's tender as. You see how I cooked it around? so the sides cooking as well. And that egg with the crispy on this outside is just delicious, and the yolk's, you know, just cooked. Probably overcooked a bit of them, but yum. This is all good. Alright fellas, that's Trev's steak and chips. Made a big fucking mess. Try anything. And get the bladder going, get some more wine. Oh, I haven't got the chili on there yet. Mate gave me a chili tree and it says on there hottest chili in the world. Look at that, fellas. That's how I eat chili. Fucking get into it. Honestly, I don't muck around. I love me chili. What I found with this chili though, supposedly the hottest in the world, it might be hot at the start, but then it doesn't get hotter. You know how a lot of chilies get hotter? Seen anyone eat steak like that on a movie? Not often. And chew a bit off. It was tender enough to just chew a bit off. You know, like, that's just cooked to perfection. I don't know how you like your steak, fellas, but to me, that's how they should be cooked. You know, raw in the middle, cooked all around. The Thais, they taught me a lesson. You're gonna eat raw beef, cut the outside off, cook that, and eat the inside bit raw. And they're right. Oh, it's getting hot a little bit. Chili's warming me up. That's what it's all about. I'm taking another bit out of there. Yum. Look at that. Hot stuff. Alright fellas, I just shared Trev's cooking. A bit of an Aussie steak and chips with eggs. Steak, chips and eggs. I've done this a few times, haven't I? When you're overseas, I love this meal. Like, I'll be in Asia and I'll just hang for something like this. It's simple Western fare, really. The gravy's nice too. I put a bit of kaffir lime and a bit of rosemary. Rosemary with the potatoes. Garlic. Oh, yum. I'm enjoying this. Alright fellas, I'll leave you to it. I'm an idiot. Trying something different. Same as, isn't it? Another filler from Trev. Travelling all the way home today. That's all I've done. Bugger all. Cheers, fellas.